Do you know what herpes simplex virus is? Often simply referred to as herpes, this common virus actually comes in two flavors, HSV1 and HSV2. A surprising fact is that a large portion of the global population has been exposed to these viruses, whether they are aware of it or not. They're part of a larger family of herpes viruses but are most well known for their impact on human health. Now that we know what herpes simplex virus is, let's delve deeper into its types. Ever heard of HSV1 or HSV2? If not, you're in the right place. These abbreviations stand for herpes simplex virus type 1 and type 2. Now before you jump to conclusions, let's break down what each of these typically looks like. HSV1 is the usual culprit behind those pesky cold sores or fever blisters that appear around the mouth. You know, the ones that seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times, like right before a big date or a job interview. That's HSV1 doing its thing. On the other hand, HSV2 is most often associated with genital herpes. This is a sexually transmitted infection that can cause painful sores in the genital area. It's a common condition affecting a substantial portion of adults worldwide. Now here's where it gets a bit tricky. While these are the typical presentations, both HSV1 and HSV2 can cause symptoms in either the oral or genital areas. So a cold sore on your mouth could be caused by HSV2, and genital herpes could be due to HSV1. These viruses are incredibly contagious, and here's the kicker. They can be spread even when symptoms aren't present. That's right, even without a visible cold sore or genital lesion, the virus can still be transmitted to another person. Understanding these types and how they spread is crucial. On to how it affects the body next. Ever wondered how HSV affects your body? Well, let's delve into that. Herpes simplex virus, or HSV, enters the body through small breaks in the skin or the mucous membranes, which are the moist linings of certain parts of the body like your mouth, nose, and genitals. Once inside, HSV makes a beeline for nerve paths where it can become latent, essentially setting up a permanent residence. Now, while it's dormant, you might not even realize it's there. But every so often, the virus can wake up, leading to what we call flare-ups. During these periods, the virus travels back down the nerve paths to the original site of infection, causing symptoms to appear. This often manifests as painful sores or blisters. So while HSV might seem like a silent intruder, it can certainly make its presence felt with these flare-ups. The effects of HSV on the body can be quite significant, but it's not all doom and gloom. So what does it mean to live with HSV? This is a question that many individuals might find themselves asking after a diagnosis. The answer, quite simply, is that it means living your life, just with some extra precautions. Herpes simplex virus, or HSV, is a common condition. In fact, millions of people around the world live with HSV every day, leading normal lives filled with work, relationships, hobbies, and adventures. It's important to understand that a diagnosis of HSV is not a life sentence. Rather, it's a health condition that requires management, much like diabetes or hypertension. The key to living with HSV is understanding how to manage the virus. Antiviral medications, for instance, can be a crucial part of this management. These medications can help to reduce the severity and frequency of outbreaks, making life with HSV more comfortable. More importantly, these medications can also reduce the risk of transmission to others, offering peace of mind to those living with the virus. Of course, living with HSV also means making some lifestyle adjustments. Regular health checkups are important to monitor the condition and adjust treatment as necessary. Equally important is the practice of open communication, particularly with romantic partners. Discussing your status can help to reduce the risk of transmission and foster a supportive environment. Remember, there is currently no cure for HSV. But that doesn't mean that life with HSV can't be fulfilling and enjoyable. With the right care and precautions, it's entirely possible to manage the symptoms and minimize the impact of the virus on your day-to-day life. Living with HSV can also serve as a reminder of the importance of self-care. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and stress management can all contribute to a healthy immune system, which can help to keep the virus in check. Living with HSV may require some adjustments, but it doesn't have to define your life. Knowledge is power, and understanding HSV is the first step to managing it effectively. With the right tools and mindset, life with HSV is just that, life lived fully and with purpose.